Welcome, I'm Kinetic Symphony. This is Dave. I hunt down and report on weird and true mysterious stories, from glitches to the supernatural. Case file number 1949, written by I-am-bea. Driving through time, with a vision of my father's old ride. I was driving back from a friend's, and my dad drove past me, in the car we owned 20 years ago, with the crack in the windshield. He tried to swap a fly and his ring got caught in the glass wrong when I was 9. Wearing a lambskin jacket and farmer's flat cap he used to live in and lost when we moved house. This was when I was 11. There were 2 kids in the back who were about the right age and hair color, which have been me and my little brother 20 plus years ago. Absolutely no mistaking it was him. I'd stopped to let him through a bottleneck in the road. My dad has significant and very distinctive facial scarring from an accident and subsequent facial reconstruction when I was 3. I was really rattled and had to pull over for a bit. I almost wish I'd followed the car instead of just pulling off the road and having a cigarette. But I was shaking and wouldn't have been safe driving. After my fag, I called my stepmom, asked where he was. He was on the couch at his flat, at least 2 hours drive away. This is absolutely breaking my brain. Did we time travel as kids coming back from visiting family? Is there a random Terran space in the middle of a random Yorkshire village? I have absolutely no explanation, and I absolutely know it was him or us. Have I altered something by driving past myself? Am I going mad? Case file 1949, driving through time with the vision of my father's old ride. Now this is a good one, and yes, I do believe that you were seeing into the past via a time portal, time vortex, whatever you want to call it, but the key here is that it may not have been your direct past. I think with any time travel to the past, or even just seeing the past, it involves a different parallel universe. That's how you avoid paradoxes. It's not like in Back to the Future where you're going back into your own timeline and affecting the future you came from. Obviously that can create paradoxes, and it wouldn't be some fade out on a picture that you're holding. Although that was a cool effect, so don't worry, I love Back to the Future. I'm just saying, if that was actually the case in reality, it would be instantaneous. The moment you affected anything that would mean that you don't exist, well, everything is different. If that was how time travel worked. But I don't think it is, if it's even possible to go into the past, which I think these portals do play with. Normally it's more into the future, but it makes sense if you could go into the past, it's just a snapshot of reality. Why not? But then the question is, do you remember yourself as a kid seeing yourself in the future? Can you access that memory? That'd be cool. Case file number 1950, written by iheartstartrek. Numerology shock, 2 books in flock. I moved to Edmonton and brought all my books with me because I'm that person. I have an old vintage numerology book that I bought at a used bookstore in Kingston. That had a weird mark in the top corner of the first page, like a scribble. It's from like 1940, so not in print and very loved by past owners. Okay, so when I moved alone, packed my own stuff from my apartment where I lived alone, and unpacked alone in a new one in Edmonton. I finished getting my books up on the shelf, and take one with me to the bathroom, choosing the numerology one. Yes, I was poop reading. Time passes, and I leave the washroom and go to put it back on the shelf. But the book is already there, on the shelf, where the other one in my hand had been. It's literally a copy of the exact same book. It has a mark in the corner, but it's the exact same book. I still have them both. It's insane. I lent one copy to a friend, and she destroyed the other dust jacket. But whatever. The entire thing shook me to the core. I told my friends about it, and they were freaked out, either thinking I was crazy or how crazy it was. There is no way I'd have 2 copies of this book, and there is no way I would have packed and unpacked 2 copies, because it is so unique. It has a section that describes what type of person you are based on the day of the month you were born. For example, born on the 5th, born on the 18th, etc. Literal duplicate time-folding numerology book. Case file 1950, Numerology shock, 2 books in flock. So this is a classic duplication event, but so highly specific it has to be targeted by whoever's controlling things. And why did they want you to have 2 books? Or maybe it isn't targeted and there's simply some code that's janky in the universe. If this is a simulation, then the amount of code involved in running this simulation would be astronomical. The games we have today can be millions, tens of millions of lines of code. Trying to debug that, there are systems used to make it easier, but even then, one of the funny things that can happen in video gaming is where a developer tries to fix a bug, and they do fix it, but in doing so, inadvertently, it affected systems 20 light years away from where that code was responding to. So somehow, the butterflies flap wings in Argentina and causes a hurricane in Florida. The kind of butterfly effect is even more pronounced in coding, unless your code is basically perfect. And I'm not some master coder, but I understand that concept, so I think it would apply the same way to a simulation that we're in, if we're in one. So a developer might be trying to fix something and inadvertently causes your book to duplicate. How funny is that? Case file number 1951, written by ViresseBloodwing. Routine to ridiculous. The eyedrop price mystique. Have you ever bought a specific product on a routine, say every month? If so, you will understand why this weirded me out. Now, I used to work at this store, and so I know they kept strict inventory, and have a good online inventory system, which is why this is all the more weird to me. I go to buy eye drops that I have bought now for several months. They are an organic brand of glycerin eye drops for $5.99. Well, that day when I went to buy them, they were $24.99. Yep. So I cracked a joke about inflation to the employee working in the wellness department, where these eye drops were kept at my local co-op market, and she responds with, "Oh, wow, that is awfully high. That can't be right." I explain what I explained to y'all. I buy these every month. Each month, they are $5.99. She explains the price increased last March. I said, "Yes, but I bought them like 3 weeks ago. I'm running out. They were $5.99. I'm positive they're the same ones, same box, same brand, etc. She looks into the computer system and they show $24.99. She even takes them up to the cash register, $24.99. She proceeds to say she'll go speak with the buyer, but I have a hot bar food and need to go before it gets cold as I'm bringing lunch to a friend. So I leave her with this bit of information because nothing at this point is making sense. Well, the only thing I can rationally think of is that someone intentionally or accidentally put them under another brand of eye drops that's $5.99? Like manually changing something in the system so they rag up multiple times as $5.99? She responds that it's impossible to do that. Basically, she explains that whatever the price is in the book is already electronically in their computer, and so whatever that price is corresponds to the barcode and so on. There is literally no way to change it because the prices are locked in their system, and if anything is on sale, it will have a sticker over the barcode. The cashier then has to manually put in the price and note the item code. Essentially, the computer system, I recall, got even better for buying and receiving. So all in all, there is no way anyone could have just made those eye drops $5.99 for the several months I was buying them. There is no explanation at all. Each code matches the eye drops and the price is $24.99. They are truly the same barcode and everything of the eye drops. I bought them from that store multiple times as well, and I was not charged $24.99. I watch every item get scanned and have a fixed income, so no, I did not buy them at that price. I even confirmed online that they are in fact $24.99 to $29.99. Yes, a 0.03 milliliter bottle of just basic organic glycerin eye drops. Glycerin doth not be that freaking pricey. So now I'm doing the math, and that means for like 5 months I've gotten $24.99 eye drops for $5.99, and everyone in the wellness department just thinks I'm crazy. So something in the Matrix was ringing those eye drops for me at a massive discount. One day, when I'm no longer freaked out, I'm going to try buying them again and see if they ring up for $6 for me. Case file 1951. Routine to ridiculous. the eyedrop price mystique? Are we in the realm of price discontinuity resulting in some sort of multiverse travel or evidence thereof? Because I think that's what's going on here. You're in a different universe somehow, quantum immortality or just a classic space-time portal, and in this universe the prices are all wonky. A simple explanation, but hey, it's not my fault that quantum immortality can explain almost everything. Now time for the joke of the day. Why do white girls hang out in odd numbers? Because they literally can't even. Like the video, subscribe, hit the bell. Kinetic Symphony signing off.